Ghost Recon Wildlands beta was this past weekend, and I was excited to play it. I initially saw the reveal trailer, and I thought the game looked like interesting and cool that you could play with your friends, and it seemed fun, but I hadn't really followed the game at all, so when I got the opportunity to play it, I was pretty excited, and I played the beta a little bit. Like, I completed all the missions I could, and then that was it. There was only like 6 main missions you could do, and then like some side mission stuff, and then just like roaming the world, which I didn't really want to do. Prior to this, I haven't really played a Ghost Recon game at all, I don't think. But I was hoping it would be something similar to SOCOM, except you would just be able to play with your friends, obviously. I played like the first 3 SOCOMs on PlayStation 2. I think I played the first 3. And I was hoping they would be similar to that, but just with like co-op capabilities. And obviously like more modernized. But honestly, it played a lot like Mercenaries, if y'all have ever played that game. It reminded me of Mercenaries a lot. It's like much more arcadey than what I was expecting going in. And I guess that's okay, but it's just, that wasn't what I was expecting from this. I'm sure if you've looked up anything about this game online, you've heard people discussing that the game, like the missions in the game, are extremely repetitive and kind of boring, and that's true. And I feel like that can be like forgiven if you're playing with friends and having a good time with them. But if you're playing alone and like trying to get really drawn into this game, I don't think it's gonna happen, because the missions are kind of repetitive and boring, and there's really no story at all. And I feel like if you're playing alone, you would really want that story to help you like get drawn into the game. In the beta, there were 6 main story missions, and then a bunch of side missions and like miscellaneous tasks you could do. The side missions I did like were the ones where you would get a rebel ability from it. I don't know why they're rebels, like, that's what I'm saying. The story didn't touch on this at all because there wasn't one. But there's rebels, and you can help them, and then they'll help you. For example, one mission I did gave me the ability to call in a mortar strike, and I liked that, like, doing those missions to give you more like tactical options to use later on when you need them. But like, I didn't really need them at all because the missions weren't difficult at all. Hopefully later on in the game you will actually have to consider building your like approach to the mission around the abilities that the rebels can give you. And then there's also like attachments you can find to put on your weapons. The attachment and like weapon customization system in this game is really, really nice. That's one of the like best things about the game, in my opinion, is the weapon customization system. And you have to like find the attachments scattered throughout the like world, and they are marked on your map. Like, you just go up to them and then pick them up. Like, but there's usually like enemies that you'll have to clear out around that area. And then once you clear it out, I think it'll be inhabited by rebels from that point onward. And then you won't have to worry about like having to fight people to like traverse through there. And then there's also like side missions. For example, I think one I had to do was I would steal a helicopter and then deliver it. And then that would give me resources. And then the resources are used along with skill points to purchase skills. I didn't really use any of the skills. None of them really seemed like too important. But if you had the resources and the skill points, you use those as currency to purchase the skills and build your character the way you want. Hopefully, like in the main game, you actually have to do that more and then think about how you want to approach building your character. But in the beta, it really didn't seem to matter much. With each of the missions, you can approach it however you want. I found the best approach to always be stealth. And to aid in your stealth, there's like a full like day, night, and weather cycle. So you can wait until like nighttime to raid the base, for example, and then make it easier on yourself and then like make your stealth approach more likely to succeed. But I don't know. There's like, you could go in guns blazing. I don't know why you ever would. I feel like the best ability would always be to do stealth, unless you could get like air support or something. I don't know. But yeah, you can approach the missions however you want, but I feel like pretty much everything is inferior to stealth. I said earlier that I think the AI is extremely overpowered, and an example of that was I was doing the last mission of the beta where you have to take out these 2 cartel bosses, and then I went into the room and didn't know they had like a mounted machine gun, and they killed me very fast, which is fine. I would rather just have to restart the mission at this point because I failed to like scout the area properly and I got caught off guard by the MG. But instead of like reviving me or making me restart the mission or something, my AI just decided to fucking kill everybody in the building and complete the mission for me before reviving me. So I took no part in the final mission of this area, which is, you would think the final mission of the area where you go and kill the bosses would be like the hardest mission, in that you would like, the AI shouldn't be able to succeed in that, but they just did it on their own. I found that pretty funny. And then also I was sneaking into this base one time, and my AI, I just like crouched past, like he literally touched the enemy when they like walked past each other. And then like the enemy didn't give a shit about my AI existing in the base. It was pretty funny. I get why they do that, but I would prefer just to like tell your AI to sit outside when you're doing the stealth approach, just because, I don't know, it's pretty stupid how overpowered the AI is in this game. The world is very massive and open, and I know a lot of people like really care about having a massive open world, but that doesn't really, I don't know, I don't really care that much about it. There's a lot of fucking driving to do all the time. I would prefer a smaller world with less driving, but I guess they decided to go with a bigger world with more driving for those people that really care about how large the world is. I don't know, that's just not something I care about. The customization is also good. Like I said, the weapon customization is really nice, but the character customization is also, like, there's a lot of options there for you. If that's something you care about, I just, like, went with some pretty basic shit. But if you want to customize your character and really, like, personalize your person, you can definitely do that, and yeah, that's good for you, I guess. I said before I hadn't really followed this game aside from seeing the reveal trailer, so after I completed the beta, I wanted to see what the end game was for this game. An example of an end game would be like a raid in World of Warcraft or Destiny, like that like experience that you're working towards, and then like hopefully like the peak, like most difficult experience in the game. And there hasn't really been much announced about the end game other than this article that I can link down in the description below. But basically the developer said that the Division's end game is more focused on grinding, and he wants Ghost Recon to be more skill-based end game, and that it's more similar to Assassin's Creed or Far Cry. So I don't really know. I feel like those games don't really have proper end games. It's just like a story. There's no like end game like peak activity. But yeah, I don't really know what he means there. I would hope that for the end game they maybe have like some sort of like very difficult bases that you can tackle, and then maybe try to complete challenges in the bases or something, and then maybe have like a ranking leaderboard for who completed the most challenges or completed on the most difficulty or something. Or maybe just like a basic like wave defense system thing, and then see who can like last longer. I don't know. I feel like if it's just a story, that's okay, but I like games that have like more like challenging end games past the story. Overall, I think this game can be fun. If you're gonna play it solo, I probably wouldn't get it off the start. It's like pretty easy. I was playing on normal for like the full release. I'll probably play on a harder difficulty. But if I was gonna play solo, I don't know if I would really have a good time playing this game out. And it's probably much better with friends. I'm gonna get it and most likely play with my friends, so like the game can be as repetitive or kind of like lacking in story and explanation as it is, just because I'm gonna be playing it and have a good time with my friends, so the game doesn't matter as much. But if you are gonna play solo, I could see you maybe wanting to pass on this game or wait until it's cheaper. That's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you played the beta, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Tell me if you like agree or disagree on something. And if you have any questions about the beta that I didn't answer in this video, leave that as a comment below, and hopefully myself or someone else who played the beta can answer that for you.